So, it was interesting that we were talking, 2220 is the liquidation price,
22.30.
2230. So it's about there. And so back in July
Man, what a graph that is.
21, we were there. So, um, right, could we come down and test that? I mean,
There,
here on the daily chart, it sure
there's
looks
vector
like a why
candles right going
not?
down there. Yeah.
Like, if that's really their point of liquidation, I'd be clenching my butt cheeks like crazy right now because um it's not looking very good for you. I mean, sure, on the daily here on Solana, you have this giant oversold signal. But how long will this pump last? I mean, I would say if it goes any more than here, probably just challenge the 50 EMA and then get rejected. Is what I would assume. Just because it's we have the 50 EMA below the 200. We're in a bear market, right? You see price challenge 50 EMA, gets rejected, challenge it again, rejected. It's the same story over and over. Here you had a great trap, bear trap, got rejected. So it really hasn't had a decent challenge to the 50 EMA since April. So I mean, could we get a decent challenge here? I don't know. I mean, the VWAP here, I mean, RSIs are starting to point down. VWAP is starting to taper out. Money flow is pointing down. Super thick red money flow going on here. So I mean, I don't think the bottom's in at all for Sol. So um yeah, I mean, if gosh, if you're involved at all with that platform, GTFO if you can. Um,
The
I'm
Solen, yeah.
just saying, because that liquidation price is not that far off. Here on the what am I 4 hour, it's looking like we definitely are challenging. You kind of like this actually. Um, Bullish move where the price broke the 50 EMA, comes down and challenges it, and looks like it could be rejecting off of it. VWAP starting to point up, big red money flow wave still. So, I mean, the wave could be cresting up, and we could be getting actually some higher prices here on the 4 hour. um, so yeah, like the daily suggested, sure. In the next few days, we could get higher prices, whatnot. 50 EMAs up here. Like to get somewhere in this zone before probably moving down. But in 4 hours, kind of showing that, right? We don't have any confirmations. We don't have an oversold signal or anything here on the Kimono wave. So not looking too hot. And the Kimono wave, of course, right, is our free indicator that you could just hit us up in Discord. It's free but private, so just hit us up, and we'll hook you up with the Kimono wave here. Um, Anyways, it's looking like we have an over on the 1 hour. I'm just trying to think of like what the next like today essentially could be looking for Solana. And I mean, right now we're having a decent start. We are down 1% from the open here.
Yep. Things
I'm
slowing down.
not It's not looking too. I mean, we do. I mean, on the 1 hour, 50 MA has crossed the 200. We've been having bullish patterns where, price comes up, challenges 58 and bounces off of it, comes down, big challenge, black comes right through it, challenges the 200 EMA, and now we're getting a rejection. So the question here is, can we get enough pumpage here to get another higher high? Because it's looking to me like we could essentially be getting a head and shoulders kind of pattern here. Um, so 1 hour, I'm not too
Mhm.
convinced. I'd be looking really for my short entry, honestly. just because
Because
I'm
we're
not.
not, yeah, we're not getting the higher highs.
No, I mean,
Okay.
there are, again, like this head and shoulders pattern is kind of looking like it could be forming on a lot of these time frames. It does. So, I mean, yeah, it's not looking too hot. Um, so I would be cautious. If we get pumpage, I just wouldn't expect it to be too much more, and we could be starting to see now the downside, right? We could start getting a lot more overbought signals here on the larger time frames. um let's check out Bitcoin. Bitcoin really hasn't moved much at all. We do have
Chilling.
oversold signal here on the daily time frame. So, let's see if we can get some higher prices. And when we get an oversold signal, it doesn't mean the price is just going to pump up. It could just mean that it stays here at a range and waits for the 50 MA to come to it before it starts to make another move down. So, we really want to see a more aggressive, we want to see a more aggressive move towards the 50 EMA. But it just so far doesn't really look like it has that energy. I mean, VWAP's pointing up, but that money flow is still trending downward. Um, 4 hour, we have an overbought signal. So we could, but VWAP's starting to trend up. So the 4 hours are looking like, hey, we could be done with this uh, um, downtrend here, and we're ready to get some higher prices. But other signs that says that we could be going lower. I mean, we are challenging the 50 EMA in the bear market, so I'd imagine that we bounce down from that. But we could be getting another challenge here. 1 hour. I just am like looking like, is there any like nice divergences? Something that gives me some hopium here. Any hope? Any hope?
Yeah,
I
we're
mean,
just coming off that pump there, and I mean, I think it's a matter of what
uh,
happens here on this wave, right? Like, how
on this
high can
one
we get
hour,
up?
yeah, it's again like I could see prices coming up here, right? We could be seeing some
Yep.
higher prices, challenging the 200 EMA. I don't know if we'll get enough to, we might get a nice rejection of 200 EMA here and start trending back down. But what I'm kind of seeing here is that we're kind of at the top of this range essentially. I mean, if you could, I mean, there's a couple levels here that you might want to be looking out for. So here's a level. This is an interesting level. Um, this one's very interesting because see this one,
Okay.
right? It treated it as support, support, resistance, couldn't make it. So now we're really trying to treat this level here at around 20K, 2600 um as support, but it really is a matter of, can we get some candles to start closing? If we get like on the 1 hour, we start seeing candles starting to close over this, then hey, next level I'd be looking at is right up here at 21. So again, I'm not, long term. The daily does say, hey, we could be seeing higher prices. The 4 hour right now says, yeah, the pullback could be done. We've had two consecutive 4 hour candles that are green, and things look like it's starting to trend up. 1 hour saying, yeah, let's have some higher prices. We have a clear large overbought signal here. So, but again, you have to understand we are challenging some levels right now. If we get a rejection off of this, which we could, we really, I mean, the see what could be happening too is we're just in this tight range here for a little bit because there's a vector candle zone I could see us come get. So maybe this morning we come down a bit, get that one. and then we make her move up. I don't know. I had to go down on lower time frames. But let's check out ETH. Let's check out ETH.
Let's do it. Give us the ETH.
All
The
right.
ETH lowdown.
ETH's looking a lot like Bitcoin, right? We are challenging some strong levels here. Right now it broke down below the 50 EMA, challenging it right now here on the 1 hour. Um you know, vital signs, these signals here says that we could be seeing some more pumpage, but at the same time, we have a decent size red money flow wave, which means money is it's not really, we don't see that money going into it as much. This daily, that's a gross candle. You don't want to see that one. And this doesn't look too inspiring right now to start the day off. But again, see, like these 4 hour time frames right now on a couple of these tokens is saying that maybe we're exhausting this little pullback and we're ready to start going up again. So I'm really going to be watching the
hope so.
4 hour to see if we can start getting this into get these waves turning into some oversold signals. And on the 1 hour, I'm waiting to see if we can get. I'm going to be looking to build my short positions on the 1 hours to see if we get any more pullbacks.
Short doesn't sound right. Dickenza said it's going up. Why would you short? I'm confused.
I would be waiting for my short.
Oh, after
Yeah.
it goes up. Gotcha.
Well, yeah, it's kind of, well, I don't trade these time
Okay.
frames, right? I kind of look at these time frames to kind of give you guys outlook what could be happening in the near future. Because guys, if I could tell everyone how to trade on the 1 minute, I'd do that. Because I mean,
had a crystal
this is
ball.
right, because this is where
Bro, just don't encourage bad behavior, bro.
it's not bad
You don't
behavior
want
if
people to act
you
like you do.
stick to your plans and good risk management. It's just a matter of, I mean, the thing is that when you trade on these larger time frames, you're holding your trades longer, which means that your capital, right? You're exposing yourself to a lot more risk with a lot more capital usually, right? So it's I tend, right, and I don't like to just sit there and watch it and just have my emotions be going crazy on what's going to be happening here. I like to do yeah, well, it's not advice, bro. It's not advice.
That's the problem. You took it as advice. It's all
Yeah,
a joke, man.
it's not advice.
I think we need to
No,
make that
but
more clear at the
the
beginning of the
reality
show.
is because the larger time frame, that's where the market makers get retail traders trapped, right? Because most when you're down on the lower time frames, you see your setup, you're in it, and then you're out super quick, super quick. You're not, I'm not sitting here holding on to my butts hoping that it hits my target for some profits. No, I'm in it. I make some profits and I take them. If I'm in it and it's not going if it's not going my direction, it hits my stop losses, I'm out. You have to be very strict with your rules. And so if you have good risk management and you stick to your rules, you'll have a decent time. It's just like right now here on the 1 minute, right? It's pretty crazy. We're about to get an oversold signal. I would maybe get it on this one. Why? Well, let's look at the 5 minute. 5 minute, I mean, we still have an oversold signal wave. It's up here. It's doing pretty. I mean, it's decent, starting to pinch. And so a lot of me, like, right, I'd be like, okay, I'm going to be actually ready to short because this right here says, hey, we're extended from the
Yeah.
50 MA. We could be coming down. So actually, I
Be
might
looking
not
for your
take this
short
one. I
entry.
might wait this one out
Mhm.
to see if we actually get a bearish divergence on the 1 minute, right? Because what we could see is a wave come up, we get higher prices, but then it starts coming down. So we get momentum coming down, but we get higher prices. And then that would be a nice bearish divergence I'd be looking for to take advantage of. So I'm not, and then you scalp a couple percentage points. Well, I usually, I take some profits at 0.5, 0.7 and 1, and maybe I'll, rarely in one move is it like a 2% move, but sometimes that happens, right? So it's just, if you use good risk management and you
What's
are,
your patch word to
I
ride the
totally
lightning?
recommend it. But it's because, these larger time frames, you just run the chance of getting trapped a lot more, and especially if you're a breakout trader. Oh my gosh, I used to try to do the whole
Nobody should
breakout
just be
thing,
a
dude.
breakout trader, period.
Oh my gosh, it's so hard to be a
Yeah.
breakout trader, man. It just
There's a lot
talk
of
about
yeah. Well, it's just like it's like, "Oh, here we go. Oh, no, 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 I'm trapped. Oh, no, I'm trapped. Oh, here we
yeah.
go. Oh, no, I'm trapped."
Yeah,
That's
talk
how it
about
feels.
giving yourself blue
Yeah.
balls every
Yeah, it's
other
better to
hour, you
just,
know?
set your levels, or if you're gonna do, like,
Yeah.
better to go off levels or mean reversion or something else.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
I love Fibonacci's, right? Everyone loves Fibonacci's. Um,
everyone loves them, of course.
everyone loves a
I like
Fibonacci.
Fibonacci's because to me, the Fibonacci is one of the weirdest, most esoteric things that traders do every day. Is they take the Fibonacci numbers and they pull it over their thing, and all of a sudden these numbers have meaning, and it's like,
Yeah,
oh man, I don't know,
yeah. I mean,
just works,
there
man.
are people that really just trade off like, they'll just
Yeah, it's
put
probably
limit
because
orders at
there's a
all
lot of
these
people
golden
trading off
pocket
of it.
levels,
Yeah,
and, that's
how it
not
works.
a terrible strategy either. But, I mean, here on the 15-minute, like, one thing I'd like to know, like, so we have right now, we're challenging 200 moving average. We have a green vector candle, which the price will return to and claim at some point. And um, right now we have an oversold signal, but that could have been spent right on this one candle. It moved up to the next level. That's all it really needs, and then it could start coming back down here soonish. I don't know, but it's looking. I would be getting ready. Maybe to be taken short. Like I was saying, on the 5 minute, it looks like this wave is starting to tap out. RSI is pointing down. We do have a nice green money flow wave though, green money flow wave. So if we got a dump, right? If we got a pullback, I would probably say, probably take profits level is just down here on this fib level, right? Right here. Just get back down to um support. Maybe come back and challenge the 50 EMA again, 200 EMA, and then start moving up and get this EMA across into 200. I'd like to see these kind of like confluences of patterns to say, okay, we're definitely starting to get some decent numbers here. Um, so
Cool.
yeah,
Well,
that's
that's
what
how
I
you
think.
ride the lightning.
That's how
That's how
you ride
Matt
the
rides
bowl.
the lightning, the 1 minute lightning.
Shit, remember how it was doing great? It kind of stalled out now,
Well,
right?
you're on the 5 minute.
Thanks, man. Oh yeah, look at this shit show. So we have,
Yeah, still insane pump yesterday.
yeah, that stupid pump. It challenged the 50 MA, immediately got rejected. Now it's like, okay, it's already claimed half the vector candle that it created. So I would say, hey, let's see if we can reclaim the rest of it.
That'd be insane.
Um, but let's see what like other time zones are saying, time frames, time zones. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, we are starting to pinch here on the 4 hour. Yeah, we have an overbought signal
yeah.
starting to pinch.
Could gives
But
it some temporary relief, but who knows?
yeah,
Yeah,
and you don't really like to see the momentum starting to
yeah.
really trend down like that. Then you're like, okay, you know what? Um, putting a short here, waiting a while, you'll probably end up back here pretty soon. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, yeah, that's looking
Cool.
ape watch.
Yeah,
I've been
let's check
trading,
ape
dude.
quick.
I've been trading ape mostly. I've just been trading ape on the one, because it's been great. It's been really good to me. I like trading ape. Um, the daily here, nothing really looks too good. Like this pump is super weak, man. Really weak pump.
Hmm.
And we're already VWAP's looking like it's getting exhausted.
Yeah.
Money flow waves still super red. So we could be priming ourselves for another dumpage here. Um, See, the 4 hours on all of these look the same. All the 4 hours are looking like the overbought signals are exhausting, and we could be turning into oversold signals, but that doesn't mean, right, that still means the price could still come down, before we start seeing that
Indeed.
upward momentum. Um, 1 hour looking like a
Same
buy
thing.
signal. Let's get going. Let's see what 5 minutes looking. See, it's starting to pinch. I don't know, man.
We went from daily to 1 minute all of a
And that's what
sudden.
we do here. Yeah, I know. This is
This
what
will
I
be
care
the
about.
1 minute will be completely irrelevant to everyone who watches this
Hey,
after this,
hey, look
but
at
yes.
this. You know what I'm saying, man? Remember how we're saying we're looking for a short 5 minutes looking like that oversold signals looking like it's spent? Here on the 1 minute, we're getting a bearish divergence. Now, keep in mind we're on 1 minute. So when you see divergences and all these patterns and shit, a lot of it is a fugazi, a fugazi. It doesn't really matter. When you're on the lower time frames,
That's Matt's
you could
favorite
use
word
those
now.
rules. It's just not going to be nearly as successful when you use them on the higher time frame.
Yeah.
It's just because it's the 1 minute, man.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
super volatile.
So, but you know what? I would be actually looking to short. I would be probably looking to short. Am I logged in? I'm not
Yeah.
logged into my account right now. Damn it. All right.
No, we're not live
Well,
trading right now, Matt. This is a show.
fine. You're
This
fine.
isn't your
Fine. I'll do
trading
that.
live
I
stream
will
that you
start
do.
doing some live trading here soon, and then do some live trading and do some NFT trading, stuff like that. We'll do that soon.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
we're
anyway,
gonna expand the programming.
Thank you for watching GMTV.